Welcome to 9 Point Started With a Dream podcast. Our goal is to showcase the stories of athletes and the community that supports them by being authentic about their journey. Here's your host, Jacoby Gillum.
Thays, the question that I ask everyone that comes on is, when you were younger as an athlete, what was like your biggest dream or goal you wanted to achieve?
I think generally I wanted to have so many doors open as I could for my future so that I actually have the chance to choose later what I really want to do and still have all the doors open. So that was kind of like my main goal. And I always took every day as a single one and working hard for what I was doing in that day, not really looking forward to something, but just like doing what I had to do. Like every day was a challenge.
Okay, awesome. So for you, did you kind of start playing volleyball, or did you kind of play other sports as well, or?
So I started the first time I started volleyball. I was 7 years old. I did like 2 practice or even just one, and then I was like, no, I was crying. No, I don't like it. The girls are mean and things like that. And then I started again. Like I was 4 years later. And it was a new group, and the coach was really tough, but I really like it, like Italian style, really technical. And that's how I started. Like other sport, I was like not really interested in other sport in the beginning. Like my sister used to do gymnastic, but it was for me, no, I'm scared of everything.
So where'd you grow up originally?
Like in Ticino, is the Swiss Italian part of Switzerland, in a little village. And then I started playing for a club that was in the main city, Bellinzona.
What about volleyball kind of drove you towards that sport?
So there was like this cartoon at the TV, Mila and Shiro, that it was like the hit at those times when I was younger. So every time after school, I was watching that. I was 30 minutes. And that's how I started. I was watching Milan Shiro, and then I was going to practice. So that was a little bit the motivation I got. And then some friends playing also volleyball. And yeah, and then it's just happened. Like in the beginning, I keep working and started to be good, playing always with older players, and that kind of happened, I have to tell, like that I could improve, and it was not planned.
It wasn't planned. I remember like in our little survey, you said like the power of choice.
Yeah.
So like the power of choice. So for you, when you started kind of getting good at volleyball, did your mind start thinking about, like Swiss national team or going pro, or still just kind of just having fun and just seeing where the door opened?
No, it was exactly this thing of door open. In the beginning, I never thought about volleyball becoming like my job, like my life, actually. I was just playing, having fun. And of course, I'm a kind of person, I want to get better. It's most about myself, not about the others. So that kind of mentality pushed me through the younger years. And then at some point I got in the regional selection and then in the national team selection, like the junior team. But at the moment, it's a little bit the thematic, like powerful choice, because till I was 18, I didn't really had the choice. I was good and I was just getting in stronger teams, like, oh, you're good, let's play with the older one. Oh, you're good, let's play there. So I kind of didn't have the control on my own life. For me, it was like, oh, I want to be good at school. I want a job, because here in Switzerland, like, you don't make money with sport. You make money having an actual job. And that's why at 18 years old, I had to finish my high school degree. And I kind of like break down. I was like frustrated, depressed, and I stopped playing. And for 1.5 years, I wasn't playing volleyball. I started university in the German part of Switzerland. And that's when I actually choose to play volleyball again. And there is when my career actually really 1 year after that, I get better and better because I choose to be there.
It wasn't like you were forced to be there, and then it was like you wanted to be there.
It was like I had this 1.5 year like break from sport. Like I try other sport. I enjoyed life as a student, you know, like I went to parties after school. You have time to actually study, to see friends, to have our social life. But then I started to go in this volleyball practice with just for fun, and people were like, no, you can't just be here for fun. And I was like, yeah, actually I kind of miss the level, the competing. And that's why they told, like, come try to our team. And I was like, yeah, I feel ready to do that. And with the mentality of the Swiss German part, I started having more fun about volleyball. It was not just being there because you're good, but being there because I wanted to be there. I was enjoying being there.
So you said you had a year off, that you were like depressed. Was that depression kind of drove from volleyball and just being so involved, or was it just like other stuff that kind of led to it?
I feel like it was a little bit everything. The fact that I had so much with volleyball and like practices, and then I have to prepare my exams for the high school to conclude, and it was so important for me. Then other stuff on the side, like family, friends, boyfriends, and things like that. It all kind of came together that I was so tired of like my life, of not being able to choose. And I start to get like arriving to the gym and being just sad, you know, like no reason, but you just sad. And then when I was told, okay, I have to change something, I want to take control. And that's why I stopped. And it was like I stopped, and then it was kind of finding myself, finding what I like. It was this process of finally choosing and how to invest my time, because before it was kind of like running from practice to studying to school and having the little time for the friends.
Yeah.
So in that year, I kind of like could do everything I couldn't the years before.
Yeah, so it's almost like you kind of got a chance you got a chance to figure out who plays what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so when, so when you did that, what do you enjoy? Like what do you enjoy outside of volleyball?
So I really like to have the actual time to study, like really taking the time, like finish my lessons and go home or go in the library and being there till the evening, like no pressure. I have to run to practice. And also like the social life, like being spontaneous and be like, oh, let's go drink something after school, and be like, yeah, fine, I have time. Like
Definitely.
usually it was like, no, I can't, I have a game, oh, I have practice. And that year it was just like, yeah, I can do that. The only thing was like, no, I have to study, but I
Yeah.
was free. And
Yeah.
I started living alone. It was like all a new experience.
So when you got to choose volleyball and you got to say, I want to enjoy the sport again, what was that now? What was it feeling like now that you're playing? You know, now you're in university playing. Like, was it now like I want to make this a career now, or was it still just kind of for fun and just seeing where things go?
Like when I restarted playing, I was like, I want to have fun. I want to do it because I want fun. And then I played kind of like 2 seasons. And then the national team coach saw me playing, and he asked me if I want to play in the higher level. So if I wanted to try to be pro. And I was like, why not? When I was younger, I actually had already the chance, but I was like, no, I have family, I have to finish school. And right now with the university, I can also like move, but still study. Like I can organize that, I can manage that. And that's how I did my first pro season. Like I was studying in Zurich and playing in Basel, are like two main cities in Switzerland. And it was tough switching to the professional, where you have to deliver. I always tell, like, if it's a job, you have to deliver. Everything else, it's on the side. But it was cool. Like, it was a live lessons. I think in every job they expect something from you, and you're actually paid to do something. But the thing that I choose to be there, I choose to take that challenge. It helped me through the difficult first year.
You're humble, because it's like, if because not everyone can take a year off and then come back and they're getting called by the national team to come play with them.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like as a junior, like, okay, I was good, like in my specific position, I was good, but for me it was like, no, I don't want to be like a pro, like practicing so much and no having another life. But then when I got the chance again, I was like, okay, something is on. Like, you don't get to have 2 times this chance, and I gonna regret it all my life if I don't take it this time. And it's 1 year. I can try 1 year, and that's why I reflect so much about it. And it was a big step, but I was like, I can always go back to finish, like to study full time. And then it happened. I worked hard this first year, and I got selected in the national team. Of course, not as a starting in the beginning, but that's how it go, like step by step.
Step by step. So, like in Switzerland, there's like a lot of like young girls have the dream of playing pro sports? Is that kind of like a dream of most people, or is it just kind of more career based?
So in volleyball, I think till few years ago, it was really hard to find a volleyball player, like some younger girl that was like, I want to be pro, because it was not so supported as a Swiss player. The clubs don't pay you really good. Like it's more like a sacrifice, or you playing because you're committed to the sport, you like it, but not because of the money or because, I don't know, to other reason. Like if you play, actually what you earn in 1 month of volleyball, you will earn it like maybe in 1 week of working with an actual job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it wasn't in the, like, it's a dream, I think, for a few girls, but it wasn't realistic. And now since a few years, we have already 2 Swiss girls that took the step and went to play abroad. And now I see more girls like being like, I want to try that too. The federation also did some like new programs, regional centers and things like that. So it's more realistic. Like you can try to be pro.
So in a way, you were kind of like a an example of what's possible for younger girls.
I feel yeah. Like I didn't take the step to go abroad. Like as a player, I always like in Switzerland in the NLA, the first like higher division. But I did it like half pro. Like I continued my studies, but at the end it's first place volleyball and second place your studies, because volleyball define your life. Like if you have practice, you cannot miss practice because you have to study. It's the other way around. But I think it can be that me and the other girls of this national team group of this year, we were like the pioneer that we show it's possible. It's like you can play the higher level and still have a life, like still continue to study and still have result in sport. Like it's possible.
And so it's almost like if you were able to, I guess, like kind of talk to your younger self that want like to quit, or I guess kind of pause after high school, it's almost like you're kind of showing the younger self of you that you can enjoy life and play volleyball and have a social life and everything.
Yeah, I think I will tell the little me, like, do exactly what you did, because you could like try everything, like the both sides. But on the other way, I can also tell, you can do that, girl. Like, you don't have to be afraid. Like, the younger me was kind of like, no way to be a professional. Like, doesn't make sense. But right now I could tell her, yes, you can. Like, you could have done this step even before. Of course, maybe the structure was not the same. Like, in those years right now, it's easier. But I feel like, yeah, it will be simpler right now, like, to tell you can do that than before.
That's awesome. It's kind of like the cool journey you got so far. So right now, so how many seasons how many seasons have you played pro so far?
So wait, 3, 4, I'm gonna have my 8th season.
Eighth season, and then how many seasons with the national team?
Same. It's
Same.
my 8th year. Yeah.
You're legit.
Yeah. Wait, I have to calculate. Yeah, quite. Like,
Yeah.
my first season on like NLA was in 14, 15. Yeah,
So,
quite.
so have you? So I'm guessing you experienced European Cups, right? European Championship, any Olympics yet?
So Olympic, no chance for Switzerland, like in volleyball. Like, we far away of that. But
Well, you say far away. What, like, could is it possible for you all to get a team prepared? Maybe in the next 4 years. Is it possible?
no, like, because in volleyball it's already really hard to qualify for the Olympics for European teams, because the places are like not so, like, there are not so many, and the teams in Europe are a lot. You have a lot of nations. And second way, you have like the world ranking, and that's a long process to get the points to be part of the first teams.
Oh.
So I feel like maybe 20 or more years it could be a talk, but yeah, I think it's have to happen so much still to be there.
And like I said earlier, though, it's possible.
It can be possible. Like, let's see. I feel like everything is like can happen. Like, maybe you got like a really group of talented girls and working hard, and I feel like if every year you got good results, you can grow up in this ranking, and who knows?
Yeah, that's cool. So where you're at now, you're pro, right? So what's like your motivation now? Like what's your like how do you motivate yourself to keep wanting to go to the gym or to keep getting better?
Like, I don't know, I always had this idea. I don't know, now I'm 29 years old, and I feel like I don't know how many years I will still play in the league or like pro. And for me, it's more like, so I'm gonna participate to my second European Championship, and that's already historic for Switzerland. Like, there are not so many, like, actually we are less players that have this as a Swiss. And for me, it's like having so much experience as I can, like, for me, that I can share with the younger players. I would really like to be a coach. I'm already doing the necessary for this, like every year, like some new degree and things like that. But I feel like I want to get as many like memories and experience from what I'm doing, so that the next players have already like one base from where to start, and I can pass them to them.
So what's been your favorite experience so far as a player?
I feel one of the first is for a, like, it's simple, but for example, that your body, it's what you like you need in your job. Like, that's the first thing. So you have to take care of it. When you're younger, I feel like it's okay if you sleep less or you don't eat that good. Like, who cares? Like, you already happen like to even go drink something, and the next day you have to compete. Like, I think there are a bunch of people there done that, and you're still able to do that. Like actually, you can even have a great game. But I feel going with the years, you kind of feel like after like a 5 sets game, the next day I'm done.
Like no more.
Yeah, like your body, it's like I have to recovery, and even maybe 2 days later, you still like kind of like, oh, I feel kind of tired. And there, of course, there is the mental part also that help. And the second point is exactly how important is that your head is good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so important to keep playing. It's not just about your body that it keep healthy, but you also need to have your head healthy, because you have pressure, you have bad days, you have good days, and you need to handle it. No, but like if you're a professional, even more people expect from you. There are not people telling you, oh, the poor girl, she's tired. Like, no, you have to.
So what helps you now, after being your experienced pro, to kind of keep your head straight and keep your head on, your head good? What helps you?
So actually, routine at some point. Like I like this quote, like motivation get you started, but routine is what keep you going. I
Yeah.
feel that sometimes you're so used to it that you're just going through, you just go to practice, you know what you have to do. And of course, if you're motivated, it's that extra, but sometimes you just need to do that. And the second thing, it's maybe to accept like the bad days and the good days. You cannot always be on your 100%. Of course, you want to, but that's something that helps me to think about it. Like, do your best every day, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be like perfect.
I had a friend tell me she's like a sports psychologist, and she was saying, in the sense, like she was saying that you can't be 100% every game.
No.
You can't be 100%. It's not realistic to be 100% every day. So it's like, how do you give your best effort that you can give at that moment?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think of course, like every day and every game you want to be top. Like everybody want to play good. Of course, you want to win and everything. What my coach, like the one I had on my first season on NLA, he told is like the challenge is to have a level that even when you have a bad day, your level is still enough. Like it's still good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have a line, but you put that line so high with practicing hard, and that at the end people won't even notice when you go just on the line, because that line it's already good. And that's been constant. That's like one of my goals every season. I feel like I want to be more constant every year. Like that the bad games are really less. I don't know, we have 40 games in a year, that maybe the bad games are every year less.
That's good. That's real good. I'm gonna quote that for the podcast.
Okay.
Like it's just like with life, right? It's like, life happens. There's the good days, the bad days, the days where you just don't feel like doing, cooking, right? Or
Yeah.
XYZ relationships and all that other stuff. And it's like, how do you have that bar? So, or even that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I think this really helped. Like, I don't know, like it's like a goal. I don't know. I really like NBA, for example. And if I saw the guys playing, I feel like sometimes, I don't know, I really like to watch Steph Curry. Like, and I'm like, if he had a bad game, for many players, this is not even a bad game. Another player will have, for another player, what he's doing on a bad game will be already a good game. Because I feel like his level is so high already that
Yeah. It's like setting your standard.
yeah.
That's awesome. So now you're so earlier you said, when you were like in university, you kind of wanted to study, you want time to study. So now that you're a pro, you're out of school or you're coaching stuff. What do you like to do outside of the game? What are like your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? Your art? Do you write or anything?
So I'm actually still studying. Like
Okay.
I'm doing this on the side of volleyball. I'm finishing my master degree right now,
Okay.
and I started last year with the COVID. I actually put in my head I want to start work,
Okay.
and so I started working 60% pensum, and now I went down to 40 because I told myself I don't know how long I'm gonna play, and I want some experience that I can put like on my curriculum vitae. So like that I have everything. Like you never know what's gonna happen, and I
Yeah.
feel like COVID make it even more clear. And that was kind of like my new goal that I have in the past year.
So what are you studying for your master's?
European studies.
Okay.
I'm actually I study history, and now like the main subjects are in my master are history and international law.
Okay.
But hope
So
to finish soon.
so kind of going on that COVID factor, right? So
Yeah.
so when COVID hit, where were you? Were you in season or were you season almost over or
Um, so you mean right now or
like
more?
2020? Were you like when COVID kind of really shut things down for a lot of like
Okay.
were you in season or are you like out of season already or
We were in the playoffs.
no?
Yeah. We kind of like were playing like the quarterfinals, and we actually had really like tough games. Like me and the captain of the team, like we both were it was a best of 3 game series. We were kind of like sick a little bit, and you started to hear also about COVID, so it was a little bit strange. You like, oh, you think we got it, but it's so far away, like it's not here in Switzerland. And then 1 week later they shut down like everything. It was like no season anymore, and it kind of happened from nothing. So we didn't have the chance to play anymore. It was quite short since the beginning that okay, the season it's done. And I was like, my family still live in the Italian region, and I'm living in the German speaking part, in an apartment from the club actually. And I spent the lockdown here like in the apartment. I kept myself busy, like practicing alone at home. I learned to cook,
Okay.
try to do some yoga, try new things. Like I feel like the internet gave us so many things.
What's your go-to meal?
I start cooking a lot of vegetables
Okay.
and try new things like new flavors and different stuff. Like I was like, so I gonna be ready for after. Who knows? Like if I have a family like that,
Yeah.
I need to know how it goes. But
There we go.
desserts and things because I don't really enjoy cooking. And there it was the good moment to be like, okay, it's fine. It's not that bad.
At least I can do it if I have to, right?
Yeah. No, but right now, like I start cooking really like much more after COVID. Like, and that period helped me to know like how to cook, what my body needs. I did also like the we say fasting in English, like
Yeah,
yeah.
like
I
fasting.
tried that too, yeah, for 1 month, and it was good. Like I feel like I try new things that during the season you won't try because you don't know the effects on your body. So
The power of choice.
yeah, that's it.
That was good when
I,
you wrote that. Then that was a good little title for your story.
yeah. No, like I don't know, power of choice. I think it's really important. I feel like everything in life, if you choose that, it make like much easier. Like in everything. For example, already dating. I don't know, like if you choose to be with somebody, you choose to go through the problems with that person, you already think about it, about the consequences. Like, and if you don't choose, you're just there, it's going to be much harder after because you don't have the control of the situation.
That's true. That's like,
Like, I feel everything, like, I don't know, even if you, I don't know, if you eat something you don't have to, like you choose, you go, you know the consequences, but you choose. Like,
it's like if you know if you know you have a 9 a.m. game, right? But you want to go party that Friday night, right?
yeah,
You know, like the next day for the game, you may be a little hurt, you know, right?
yeah. I feel like that's the power of choice. Like, actually, it's you that take a decision, and you have to handle the consequences after that. And if you think you can handle the consequences, choose that. Like, I'm like that.
Yeah. So now you can kind of planning for the future. So if you can give your perfect future, right, and say, the day you say you're done playing volleyball, right? What what it look like for you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Mm,
Actually, I don't see just one way.
okay.
Like, again, this thing over the many doors, I still feel I have still few doors open, and my life can, like, I don't know which door is gonna be, but maybe I'm gonna be a coach, like as professional coach. Maybe I'm gonna follow more the direction of my studies and work in that direction. Maybe I can still decide to be, I don't know, have a family and be a full-time mom. Like, who knows? I just feel, for me, the most important thing, it's like I'm happy with what I'm doing now. Like, of course, my past and what I'm trying to achieve right now, so that when I look back, I'm fine. I did that. And what come next is gonna be the next chapter. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So you're kind of open to where things are going. To kind of
yeah, yeah. I feel, I don't know, if you plan too much, it's good to have plans, but I think uh, you get to be disappointed sometimes. You can, of course, if you have a goal, you can work, it's easier maybe to work hard for it because you see that in front of you. But the other way around, I like to have many things in front of me, and so that if I switch my mind on the last second, I still can do the other thing, like, and still be happy. Like, at the end, it's being happy with what's life bring it to you.
I love that. I love that. I feel like for you, like just how you said earlier, you are driven by your happiness, and
Yeah,
like you do what makes you happy, and that's what like your like one of your deciding factors. And
yeah. I feel like it's the main point in life, like, and people get happy in many different way. Like, one can like, for example, I one of my best friend, she's really happy, she's doing a PhD, and she loves to do her PhD and to invest all her time in this, but she's happy. That's good. Like, I feel like, of course, like, life quality change depending what you choose, like what you're doing. But again, if you choose to do that, for example, you choose, I don't know, to do a job where you don't earn so much, but you like, I'm happy doing that job. I don't need to earn so much to be happy. That's fine. You choose it. You happy with that.
man, the power of choice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, I like it. And it makes me think just like about my life, right? Like how I have the power of choice to do anything I want in the world, or not to do something in the world, right? And it's like, and it's okay because if I want to do something, that's the goal, right? Or X, Y.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and of course, not everybody get to choose. That's probably the bad thing. Like not everybody can choose, but at the end, like you not may have all the choices, and you have to work to have those doors open, you know, to have those possibilities. You have to work for that. And of course, different person will have different doors open, different choices to make.
So let me ask you this then. So say there's a girl right now in Switzerland, right? And she feels that she's struggling with the power of choice between studies and volleyball.
Yeah.
What would be like your advice to her?
Why don't do both?
Yeah. Okay.
It's harder. It will be harder. Like I can tell you, it's harder to do both. I did it. Like I spent weeks, like when I was in my bachelor and still already playing, I had weeks where I was sleeping 5 hours, 4 hours, because I had to write a paper, and the next time I still had a game, and I knew I had to play good. Like, but both were so important for me, and you kind of find out what's working for you. Of course, right now with 29, I cannot sleep 5 hours and play, but I feel like you can find a solution. And if you really want to do both, you can do it.
You find a way.
You find a way. Yeah, you find a way. Maybe you will give up something else. Maybe you won't have the time to, I don't know, to go party or to have a drink or whatever, you know. But at the end, it's again, if you want both, you have to take something out, because you have 24 hours in a day. At the end, it's that. And you have to choose how to invest them.
So I've never been to Switzerland. So what's it like?
Really like small, like you can reach every part of the country traveling around 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
With the train or with the car, more or less. So it's you really, like, I don't know, being a volleyball player, you get to know people from all the regions. So it's, you took a train, I can go from one main city to the other and spend the afternoon with somebody and go back for the evening. Everything. Most of the team are organized, quite strict. Life is quite expensive.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But the rest is, I feel like I'm happy to be here. Like it's a nice country. You have a lot of benefits. You pay a lot, but at the end, that's what you pay for. Like if you want to, I don't know, if you want to have some standards, life standards, that's the consequence.
Yeah.
But a lot of nature and everything a little bit, mountains, lakes.
So your family, how have they enjoyed your journey and your career?
So of course they kind of miss that I'm not home so many times a year, but my mom became a really fan of volleyball. She's an athlete, but she really enjoyed watching my games. She started watching international games and like that, and she kind of liked that I can do that I get to be somebody, to be different, like, you know, like not just common people having like study, work, the normal routine. It's like a special life.
Yeah.
My dad, he's not here anymore. He died a few years ago, but he was like kind of really proud because he was a soccer player. He had the chance to play high level, but his head wasn't like so good. Like he kind of like was more in social life. And so he was really nice because actually he died 1 year after I started this path of being professional. But he was like, do that. I never got the chance. Why not try it? And so he was kind of proud me of trying that. It was like
it's almost like he kind of lived his dream through you.
Yeah. Like I never felt, for example, that pressure.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you kind of feel the pressure of your parents, like you have to live my dream for me. But I feel like he regretted a little bit not having like a better head, to put the job into, like,
Yeah.
work hard for that. And I feel like he always saw me like I can work for that. And that's why I can even try that and reach that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's almost, it's just cool to kind of see how it was like full circle for him. And I bet he was so proud to be like, my daughter's on the national team. You know?
Yeah. Actually, it's a little bit sad and dark, but so I played my first summer with the national team was in 2015 with the major national team, and we had some official like friendly match, and he came to watch it, and he actually took pictures, and he was like, "Oh, I saw the first game of my daughter with the national team like dress. I'm so proud." And that day, I remember he telling me, "Oh, now I can even die happily because I saw that moment."
Wow.
And it's crazy because like that happened in, I think, June or July, and he died in September. So it was kind of like he knew, I have the feeling, like
I
it's
knew
crazy.
that's inspiring though, right? It's like it's just I don't know how to put it in words, but it's almost like the impact you made through, you know, making your choice. And
Yeah.
like it's kind of cool how our choices can kind of impact others, to
Yeah. You touch many people during your life. I feel like everybody touched so many people. You can have such a big impact on everybody, even little things, like just maybe the right sentence in the right moment can change what a person will do of her life, like
yeah.
you can be an inspiration, or it can also be negative, like both way, but
So for you, you try to be an inspiration.
like, yeah, I would like to be remembered, like it doesn't need to be big what I do, but maybe the little things gonna be in the mind of somebody, or a little girl, and maybe that's just one person in my lifetime I gonna touch, and they're gonna have an impact. That's enough. Like,
And well, I'll say this: you inspire me, and I'm here in Arizona, United States, right? And I know when this airs out, it's going to reach people in the U.S. and be Switzerland, some be people all across the world. And they're going to, I think they're going to hear your story and think about having a choice, like and like the choice to be whoever you want to be, And I think that's not you don't have to be just an athlete, you have to be just a student or just a career. You can do it all, if you want it bad enough or you want that choice. So
yeah.
so props to you.
Yeah, you put my words, like you say my words even better. I like that.
No, that was all you. I did nothing.
No, that's good. My English is not that good. Like, it's still like sometimes hard to really put out what you have in your mind. You know what I mean?
So do this then, right? So that's a good point. So say there's a kid in Switzerland that doesn't speak English. Can you
Yeah.
can you say something to them like about the power of choice in German or the language?
Uh, I can say it on Italian if you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's even better.
La forza delle tue scelte.
Hey, the power of choice in Italian.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, it's been great talking with you, Values, and like really in my head right now, I'm thinking about choice all day now. I'm thinking about, and like for me, it's like 6 a.m. here in the US.
Yeah.
So my day just getting started.
Yeah,
So
that's really early.
I have a choice though, like sleep in or
Yeah,
talk to you. And I was like, I
yeah,
want,
that's
I,
it.
I want this interview. So let's make it happen. you
Yeah,
know,
that's the way to go. Yeah, you got
You
that.
know? So
You,
like,
no, it was really great to get to know you. Like, I didn't heard a lot about like your story, just the introduction, but what are you doing? I really think it's great. Like, that's good job.
it's we can all inspire each other, right?
Yeah,
So, and I'll love your help to help share more Swiss athlete stories.
yeah,
Like to share more men and women, so that way you all can represent your country and show other young athletes in your country, like, hey, this is all possible.
hmm
I would love your help and love to know who else I should interview. That
yeah,
made for people that I'm like, hey, let's share your story.
yeah, yeah. Of course, I can do that. Yeah,
Cool. And also, I want to, if it's possible, can I get a jersey?
yeah. You can have it.
What? Okay. Can I get
Yeah.
like a national team jersey? And
Yes, I have. I still. We switched this year the jersey. I think I can yeah, get one for you.
okay, I'll pay for the shipping and all the other stuff. We'll figure it out. But yeah.
It's okay. No
Okay.
worries. Yeah, you just need to send me your address so you can write it and.
Okay. I got you. I got you.
Good.
Last question for you. So, any things you want to plug right now? Social media, website, people can kind of follow your journey more.
Uh, like I'm quite active on Instagram, but like I'm like everything if it's possible, like to share and reach more people. Of course, like why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your handle? What's your Instagram?
Thays Deprati.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the one funny name they gave me at that year when I had like no volleyball. They changed my last name on the party instead of the Prati.
Hey, it works though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty.
That's good remind. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, it's been great talking with you. I'll let
Okay.
you enjoy the rest of your day, whether you're studying or I'll look forward to seeing you coach one day.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope I can do good on that.
Yo, thanks for listening to this episode of the 9 Point Started With a Dream podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, share, leave a review. We would love to hear your thoughts. You can find more athlete-driven content at 9point.com. Till the next episode, you're only one opportunity away. Peace.